Hi, I'm Fiona. I'm one of the team here at Open Fifth. And what's on my mind today is tidying up the catalogue. How many times do you have a look in your catalogue and just see multiple occurrences of the same catalogue record? And often they have no items attached. So I'm looking to just tidy that up. So I'm going to do some merging of records. And I'm also going to look at how we can attach an item from one catalogue record to another. And I thought I'd make this quick video because we were discussing it in our team just this week. So I thought it would be maybe a valuable little video to put together. So just to show you an example, I'm going to look up Gerritsen in the catalogue. And we've got quite a lot of records here. In particular, I want to draw your attention to the bone garden. So on this first page, we've got multiple references to the same title. And if we go on to page 2, we have more of the bone garden. So most of them have no items. This one here has one item associated with it. And if we scroll down a little bit further, here is a record that has 4 items associated with it. So let's take a look at the one that's got one item. Okay, so we've got our catalogue information here. It's a large print edition. We've got an available item on the shelf, and this is the barcode. So I'm just going to take a note of this barcode. I'm going to copy that. And I'm going to return to my results list. And I'm going to come down and go to the record that has the multiple copies, because this is my main record. It's also a large print edition. And from here, you can see we've got the 4 items at the main library. Okay. And from the edit menu, there is the option to attach an item. Now, when I click that, it'll ask me to enter the barcode of the item to attach. And underneath it says the item you select will be moved to the target record. So what I'm actually doing here is attaching an item to the record that I'm looking at. So I'm going to attach this barcode, submit that. Now what it has done here is it's told me that now the record where that item was attached to has got 0 attached items. So it gives me the option at this point to delete the record, but I won't do that at the moment. And it tells me it's been successfully attached to the bone garden. Let's click on there, have a look. So this was the cover, and I deliberately picked this one because it had a different cover. And now you can see we've got the 5 library holdings. So that's one way of sort of moving stock and tidying up your catalogue. But if I just repeat my search, but this time I'll add bone to the search terms so that I don't get all the other titles. So now we've got our 9 results. They all fit in one page. All of them have no items at the top. So if you recall, the one that I selected only had the 1 item, so it's gone. We were told that when I did the attach item. And now I've got 2 records. One has the 5 items, which is the one that I attached my items to. And then I've got a second record that has 2 items available within it. Now, the other thing I'm going to show you is I'm going to leave this one intact just because it's got a different book cover. But I'm going to select the others. I'm going to select them all, but I'm going to deselect this one. And I'm going to add these all to a list. So I'm going to add to list, and I'm going to create a new list for, call it, just call it title merge. And I'll just make it a private category because it's just for myself. I'm going to save that for now. And what I can then do is if I go to my home page and access my lists, I can see that I have got my title merge list where I've added those 8 items in. So if I have a look at that list now, you can see that they're all the bone gardens. Why have I done that? Well, I want to merge these records together. I don't need 8 catalogue records that are all empty because they've got no associated items. I don't need them all to reside in the catalogue. So a quick way to merge your records is to create a list in Koha, like I've just done. And you can see you've got a merge button appearing here. So I'm just going to select all of these records and select to merge. Now, what it then tells me is it gives me details of all the records that are in that list, and it's asking me to choose which record will be the reference. Now, I could go through and have a look at the mark record and decide which one is the one I want to keep. But for my catalogue search, they all looked pretty identical. And for the purpose of this short video, I will just select the first one. But just so please choose which record will be the reference. And the record chosen as a reference will be kept and the others will be deleted. So I'm going to keep this one. I can say which framework it's to use if I wish. When I click next, it then tells me what it's going to do. So these are the source records, and this is my destination record. So at this point as well, I can check all the fields as relevant. I can choose to deselect anything. So if, for example, I didn't want to put in the 852 information here, we can deselect that. If I didn't want it to have the GUI number by default, I can deselect that. I can take out the 042 and so on. So I can go through and I can make whatever changes I wish. And when I deselect here, it removes it from this side. At this point, I can click merge and it tells me what's happened. So it gives me my little report. It tells me which biblio number has been kept and details of the other biblio numbers. It tells me it's successful, and now I can view that merged record, and here it is in the mark view with the changes made as relevant. So it has removed the 8 tab for me. And if I click on the normal view, you get your details there. Now it does show that there are 2 items because there were 2 items attached to one of those merged records. And just to finish off, if I go to search the catalogue again, and do my search, again it's in bone, I'm now only getting the 2 results. I'm getting the one that I left alone with the different cover. It had the 5 items available, and then I've got the 1 record that contains the 2 other items that were attached. And my catalogue is much tidier because I got rid of all those empty records and merged them into a single record. So I hope you find that useful. Thank you very much for watching.